Please stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténganse alejado de las puertas.
Boy. Hello. Happy to 2021. They're in shock now. Hello, good evening, and welcome to our 31st After Hours. I'm your host, Carlos Silva, broadcasting from Miami, joined by my buddies. First, from Kentucky, my buddy, Collin.
I thought I was watching Muppet Vision 3D for a minute. Where did he even come up with that?
And directly from Orlando, our buddy, Jason Canapp.
I don't. I'm speechless. Which almost
That's
never
A-word,
happens. Oh my God! It's gonna be one of those days.
No, it's just that.
I'm so sorry to everyone in advance.
That is something else for later. How are you guys? How are you?
Oh, we're great. Great.
We're here.
It's a good start. Everything is starting well. The year started well. The show. Well, buddies, let's talk Disney.
Let's do it.
A lot of people showing up. Let's say hi to our friends. That is always good to have everybody around. Lisa getting
Better
Mylan.
if they don't show up. That's for sure.
Anthony saying good evening. Valerie Saido, Peter Mino, Michael Riley, Tom McMillan, Renato Posca from Brazil, Stephen Schools, Ben Ackhurst from UK. Buddy, it is late for you, my friend. Thank you for being
I think
here.
he woke up. I think I have a feeling he set his alarm because he said good morning when he came in.
Yes.
So, good morning, Ben.
Eric.
Top of the morning to you.
Eric Francisco
Irish.
Borges from Brazil is here also. Eric Sanchez Narvaez, our friend. Now he got the cat sushi in our last Wheel of Disney. Heather Dammit. Collin Kendall is here. Luis,
here?
Not
I
that
am?
guy.
Luis
Not that
Luis
guy.
Gilberto Tavares from all the way from Belém do Pará in Brazil. Zach Brown is here. Good evening, buddies. Good to see you guys here. It was a long pause for us, but I think we're ready. We're ready for a good year. There's some things that we're preparing. Let's see. It's the only thing.
If only Carlos would let us in on those things, it'd be nice.
No, but there are
To know
things
this.
that we're preparing together that will not mention more than this.
You mean the world domination thing?
Yeah.
No.
And
talk
about
Can't have it.
even about
The
next
first rule of evil plans is to never reveal your evil plans until.
yes, and even about next week, because next week is
True.
special.
That's right.
But we're not gonna mention
We've
anything.
said too much
We
already.
won't.
We're just
we won't
gonna mention hi to
how
Caleb.
special next week.
Yes, hi to Mark Jones.
Special's a word. It may not be the right word.
I saw some. I saw Helena Jahara is also here. Gustavo Velasquez.
Good to see you.
Mary T. Wells is saying Happy New Year. Patricia is here. Sarah Danielle Collins. Kim Bobson is here. So thank you all. We miss
The
you.
whole
We
crew.
miss you. It's been a
You've
while
made
that
it
we're
back.
Guys.
okay. So for the first time.
Oh, here we go.
For the first time
Here we
in
I know.
no, don't worry. For the
I don't
first
know what's gonna happen.
for the first
You never
time
know what's going to happen if Carlos is running the show.
for the first time in this year, I would like to say, buddies, now is the time.
Oh, thank goodness. Now's the best time.
Yes, news of the week. It's been a while. News
of the week.
My hair is. There's something in my hair that's.
Something wrong.
I wasn't going to
Something's
say
very
anything. I wasn't going to say anything.
It works like here, like that. There's no problem. But on a turn like that, this is.
Are they really channeling Elvis? We were singing. Well, not we, but I was singing a little.
It's all because
Conversation.
all because of this.
Well,
All because of this. Of this. Happy New
Is
Year.
your party yet?
Turn off. Yeah, so wait now. I'm not gonna use it. Okay,
Hopefully
so news of the week.
fail.
The first news is that I threw out the hat, but let's talk about something, buddies. There's something that I would like to start with the news of the week because it took me a while to get some images, but 2 weeks ago I was in Orlando and I had the opportunity to visit Epcot, actually with Jason. Jason was doing his amazing lunch break there, and I was with Pedro. And then the first thing that happened when I got to Epcot, actually when I could take a look to the World Showcase Lagoon, was to be amazed and surprised by that huge structure in the middle of the World Showcase Lagoon.
The monolith.
Yes, the whole thing, the barge for the Harmonious night show. And then we started a little discussion because Jason said, "No, that's going to be the only barge there. There will be none other one." I said, "I think that's
no. I said that was I
was
thought
the
that was
little
the
one.
big one. I knew there were at least two more coming, but I thought that there were just two little ones coming.
No." And then
you said that's not the mothership.
and
That's like
no, that's not the mothership. That's one of four. One of four. And oh, sorry.
Which is a little scary in and of itself.
Yes, and I will show that.
that's no moon.
I will show that to you, Jason. Look what. So they already.
Yeah, see, they're smaller. Those are small.
No.
Oh, okay. So
three more.
So wait a second. So those three pieces are smaller than that big piece. So those three
they're-
pieces are going to come out.
They're not
They're like
three.
little ducklings, and there's that central circle thing. I'm
I
telling
think
you.
they're equivalent
No.
at best.
You,
need to see.
I think you cannot see
Well, look, they
well.
have the little Matchbox cars parked next to it. Look at
Count how many are. You're not
that.
seeing
Look at those
three.
little toy friendship. Look at
You're
those
seeing
little toy friendship
four.
boats.
There are two. They are together,
true.
and three. They are separate.
There's
And
another one.
Oh,
Yeah.
those toy friendship boats are adorable.
no, and then you have that thing in the middle. That thing in the middle.
That-
Not the middle. You have the round thing here. That is.
So this is the model, right? That's not the actual.
You want to see the size of this thing? This picture was took from the World Showcase, and I'm taking. I have to give the credits.
compared to
the
the
two
boat.
pictures that I'm showing are from Blog Mickey, so I just want to give the proper credit.
You know what this is? Thank you, Walt Disney World. What they're doing, they are providing every quote-unquote influencer with a ginormous ring light.
Yes.
And I very much appreciate.
They're gonna flip it on
The thought.
just when you walk by.
So it's going to be
You wanted lighting?
huge. It's going to be huge.
No, you
We'll
have
give
it.
you lighting.
Yes, it's going to be huge. So what do you think? What do you think about that?
I think we do have to note that they are going to be turned on at some point, so they won't just look like big blocks in the middle of World Showcase. So they are going to be fountains that are on all the time. Is what they're saying. So that'll make it improved tenfold.
Oh yes.
They are very
Well,
very-
Peter is saying that's a time portal.
exactly. You step through it and you end up on the other side of the world somewhere. Like
Quantum Leap. Was
you
Quantum
go.
Leap? Well, that wasn't a Disney show, right?
I don't think so.
That
I
makes-
have no
that
idea
makes
what that is.
Zach
Wow.
is saying, did Disney acquire the rights to Stargate SG-1?
I don't. Look, I'm looking forward to the show. I think the
gonna be
fountain
cool.
thing will be really cool. The fountains, I think it's going to sound like Niagara Falls. If those fountains are
might.
indeed going to cover them,
Mm-hmm.
the contraptions. But I'm a big fan of white noise. I mean, if it will help me hear the music in the Japan Pavilion over whatever the performance is that's happening nearby, then I'm all
America
for it.
Pavilion?
Yeah, then I'm all for it.
Look, Lou just show up so much handsome in one screen that I just can't handle it.
He's just
Which screen is he looking at?
Yeah.
clearly mine. I'm sure.
But it's one thing. So that's. But you know what? I'm pretty anxious about it. And there's some people there's some rumors that are saying that we could see something regarding Harmonious earlier than we were expecting. I was expecting for the summer, but there's some people that believe that we could have it before. I hope. Let's see.
I mean, I was kind of very I was sort of the disinterested party, and then it's like, well, we'll get it when we get it, right? But now that the things are actually beginning to assemble, now that the Armada is assembling,
but
I would like let's do something here.
Yeah, but I'll turn to that image again. That this thing has an arm that opens.
Come on.
Yes.
Oh, what? So what? Like a giant robot, like evil
yes,
robots?
Yes, it goes
from
that part. It goes like this.
Story.
Yes,
it's like it's actually a transformer. Oh no, that's all.
No, but it is great. It's great. I'm actually pretty anxious.
It's actually an Iron Giant.
I'm curious about the music that they're gonna use. Buddies, anything else from the news word? I think so. Who's going to come with something?
Well, I mean, after that, I think. Please.
I don't care. Don't want to cut Jason off, but
no, please. Let's
especially for Florida residents, this is actually pretty good news for those folks that live in Florida. There's a new ticket available. That's actually one of the cheapest tickets Disney's put out in quite some time. It's a 4-day park ticket. And it's called the Discover Disney ticket. I'm looking off my phone because I can't remember the name of that for the life of me. But it's basically a 4-day ticket, $50 per day for a total of $199. And you can increase that ticket to include park hopping currently, which is, I believe, the first time they've sold that in quite some time with any kind of park hopper option. And I don't know if there's a window of time when the park hopper option becomes available. But there is blackout dates on this ticket. It's normally just peak times. Like spring break and other big holidays, potentially a few days in the summer, but nothing that's going to influence most Florida residents. So it is a great option, especially if you're trying to get somebody introduced into the Disney space. And I believe this is also included in Disney's ticket policy where you can upgrade any ticket to an annual pass. So you can use that money towards your bridge it towards your annual pass, especially if somebody in your family doesn't know if they're sold on Disney. They can try it out for 4 days. Experience it with you on a trip or on a few days throughout. I don't know if it has to be used in succession or not, but if not, you got a few days to use it, and it's a really good way to experience the parks at a cheaper rate than normal.
Good. Have you written any articles about it or anything, Collin?
I actually haven't. I probably should have. But
maybe you should, and then maybe you could post it. So maybe on on our After Hours page, and then we could link to it.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be nice. Maybe with some pretty pictures or something. Could be nice.
I wish I had an affiliate link.
Jason, you're being kind of redundant because posting with pretty pictures with Collin Kendall is something that is pretty obvious. Oh, my friend, well, that was beautiful.
Thanks for the kind words.
I thought it was going to be mean for a second.
No,
but it was actually nice.
I never mean to you.
It was nice to you. It was mean to me.
No, I was not even.
Oh, you're just being kind of redundant, Jason. But
hurt here.
Oh, you poked my heart.
You poked his heart.
Okay.
You poked my heart.
One thing, Jason, and what about you?
What about me? Oh, you want me to talk about my news?
Yeah.
I don't really have news as much as I have just speculation, anticipation, a little anxiety building. I cannot wait for my good friend Remy to show up and lead us to his new adventure. And of course, I'm talking about, what is it? Remy's Ratatouille. Is it Remy's Ratatouille adventure? I think that's what they're calling it. I think that's what the kids are calling it these days. I am very much looking forward to this. It's apparently done.
It has been done for a while.
It's like been done, and then it was done again, and then they done some more. So much so that when we were there for the lunch break on Monday, and we took the Skyliner ride sort of over, and then we looked at it on the way back too. We could hear the area music playing.
Mm-hmm.
Could hear the area music, and
it's always a good sign.
I did see one dude in a hard hat, which kind of made my heart sink a little bit, because then I thought, he's got a hard hat on. That means it's probably going to be a little longer. But any day now. Look, I may or may not be getting a Epcot park reservation every day.
But I think
now.
I
mean, it may or may not be happening.
And I cannot talk about next week. So, but could happen.
Yeah, that
could happen anytime. Could happen.
Like, wow. Can you talk about what?
No.
Yeah, so that's exciting. I'm excited, and the Festival of the Arts starts tomorrow.
Yep.
which is my favorite festival, and I don't think it's going to let me down from the looks of the food.
Minus
Looks
that
amazing.
shrimp that
Have you
they
seen
used as the picture?
Have you seen the food?
The preview picture? No, not a fan.
Buddy,
You haven't seen the food?
No, I cannot see the food.
I've seen one picture.
Wait until tomorrow. Oh my goodness!
I cannot see the food. That's a good reason for me to that.
You're gonna see the food, baby.
No.
I'm gonna show you the food.
He's on a diet for anybody who doesn't know.
Dear audience, I'm in a heavy diet, so I cannot see. And there's a group of friends of mine that start showing and sending me for the whole afternoon and the pictures of beautiful donuts from the new place. Another news.
You want to talk about it, Jason?
Everglazed.
Just make him a little bit.
Everglazed. Let's talk about Everglazed because, oh my goodness. So my good buddy Greg Cohen, our friend friend of the show, Greg Cohen,
It's been on the show
with that Park Life podcast, extended an invite to me. Thank you very much. I was basically the only person who answered his text, I think. So, so
you're in by default.
No. Everybody else was busy. Everyone else was busy. So he allowed me to come along with him. And I gotta. So here's the thing. It's a little embarrassing. Do you have a moment for a story?
Yes,
I
always have moments for your story.
Okay. At least the next hour and a half. So.
Yeah.
Okay. So here we'll just cut that crop factor thing. So what happened was he invites me to this there's like this preview day at Everglazed. We go there, we meet up, we go in, and you have these little voucher things that you're supposed to turn in. Well, he had them. I didn't have them. So he has them, and he goes up to the counter, and I'm social distancing, of course. And they're really good about keeping people separated, which was great because it was Greg, and they really want to be close anyway. So we get up to the counter, and this lovely person was waiting on me, and I was going to buy like a whole bunch of donuts to bring back home and like to share and everything. So I just start saying like, I want like this. So I got a classic glazed. I have the menu up. Classic glazed, a chocolate iced, a fruity pebbles. I asked about the purple glazed oob, and they didn't have them, so I couldn't get that. Also, by the way, a peanut butter explosion because it's peanut butter, and then a maple double bacon, and why not also throw in a Mounds Coconut Dream? All right, I pull my and a bottle of water because right. So they have iced coffees. They have like donut holes. They have iced coffees. They have sandwiches apparently and stuff. Lou went and had a sandwich. Lisa went and had a sandwich. Didn't invite us, but we won't mention that. And then I pull my credit card out. She says, No. There's no charge. And I said, I was like, what do you mean no charge? She's like, there's no charge. It's like a mock opening. Like, okay, but now I feel bad because I have to come back and buy more. Now I need to come back. And buy. I fill a box. I have to come back and buy more. So I walk out where Greg's waiting for me, and this is the saddest scene. We should have gotten somebody to take a picture of this because here he is holding his one little donut. Now, mind you, it was the peanut butter explosion donut, right? So it was a substantial donut. We'll post pictures. But it was this, he's holding this one donut, and I'm carrying a box of donuts.
And I'm seeing Lou is commenting the following: the best chicken sandwich on property.
That's what he says, which is like that's some serious.
And there's something because I was not getting what there was some comments here about the first Festival of the Arts in Epcot. No, and then when I see your comment about the peanut explosion, and then I see this comment from Zach Brown.
Oh no.
That's a different kind of explosion, but it's an
But here's the thing. If Lou Mangello, is saying that this is the best chicken sandwich on
the property.
Did he say on property or Disney Springs?
He said on property.
That means
that's even more bold.
So think about what's also at Disney Springs. You have Boathouse, you have Homecoming, you've got Chicken Guy, right? That's
Homecoming's home to like.
Mike O'Reilly is asking if it's better than the gas station.
Yes. We tried it. I'm just gonna say yes.
We're gonna have to. So this needs to happen. And the good news is that Carlos isn't always dieting. He can take a break at some point during the day. So the next time you're in town, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. We should get this chicken sandwich.
You know, I'm dieting now because of next week, but we're not gonna talk about next week.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I know I'll be getting this. I know a chicken sandwich is going to be in my belly next week.
If you can wait that long.
With or without. Yeah, I may have to preview it for Lou. What are you doing tomorrow?
Lou is saying, I want to line up next to Art Smith side by side.
I can be arranged.
But not as good as gas station sushi. What they're talking about?
Well, I'll explain later.
Yeah,
I'll explain later.
Yeah. I'm trying to Google. The Brazilian here is Googling.
Don't do that.
So that's the news that we have for today.
We talked about earlier in the show.
We're gonna have cat sushi for later on. Yes, actually, Eric got the cat sushi. There's a new one. I went running to Epcot to get a cat sushi for the Wheel of Disney. But guys, any other news?
I think that's it.
That's it.
I think that about covers it.
So now is the time.
Now is the best time.
So it's the top 10 list. I really love. I love this segment mainly due to the whole thing that we do to prepare and to choosing the top 10s, and you know.
You're like Iron Man with this overlay. Like,
look who? Yeah. You're the.
Why?
Because the logo's right in the middle of my chest.
Oh, yeah, that would be the reason you look like Iron Man.
And that reminds us something. I need to ask something for the audience later on. We're gonna talk later on about that. But the topic for our top 10 list this week is top 10 Disney New Year's resolutions.
Oh, that's the one we did?
Yes, the one we did.
Okay.
Are we ready for that?
Sure.
Okay, so
I'll kick it off.
You started? Yes.
Yeah, I'll kick it off.
So number 10.
Number 10. On stop rolling my eyes every time I hear Beauty and the Beast sing along.
Uh-oh.
He can't do it. He's not capable.
Number 9. Number 9.
Ride Soarin' with my shoes off. And you can tell who wrote most of these.
No, Carlos wrote them.
Number 8.
Order personalized license plate. Grogu. And I checked this and it's already taken its off.
I'm not surprised. Kentucky, it may not be taken though.
It is now.
It is, yeah, exactly.
Number 7.
Map all hand sanitizer locations. Which is not a bad idea. Right?
Number
6.
Number 6. So I think we got it. We got it misplaced, Collin.
Well, Collin can go 2 in a row.
So
then.
Collin needs to go now. But number 6.
What the? Oh, this is me. So it is supposed to be
Payback.
That's not very nice.
But good. Go, Jason.
What is this?
Go,
Get my picture taken in a sombrero in the Mexico Pavilion. Oh wait, I already did that.
For the first time in the year.
Olé!
Number 5, Collin. Number 5.
Stop procrastinating. It's time to finally watch Impressions to France.
What's the Jaws music?
Number 4.
Have a picture taken with Mando at Galaxy's Edge.
Number 3.
Which actually could happen at some
No,
point.
I don't know why it was a rim shot.
Number
Start
3.
taking more photos of the front sides of characters and statues. And you can tell Jason's hotel.
Because Collin
getting
has
flagged by Disney and
Colin
just kicked
has
out of the
that
park,
thing
so
of
like-
taking pictures of the statues from the backside.
Oh, we know.
Yeah.
We know.
Disappointing.
Everyone knows.
Number
Dirty.
Jason.
Hey, I have never taken pictures of the backside of a character.
Number 2.
Mary Poppins, that's all I have to say. Stop sending pictures of Tinkerbell merchandise to Carlos. Like, I actually do kind of do that. on a regular basis.
So
Basically, every time I see some new Tinkerbell merchandise.
and the number 1 of the top 10 Disney New Year's resolution is
Move to Walt Disney World.
I love it.
Yeah, he will. Yeah, he will.
Oh.
Even if we have to roll the van up and toss you inside.
And Chris Shepard
You're
is
gonna wear
asking,
sombrero
is,
while you do that.
is Mando as Galaxy at Galaxy's Edge? No, but that's one thing that
No.
we're wishing that we're gonna
It's
see
a rumor.
soon. There's a rumor.
Speculating.
There's some
Some
speculations,
speculation.
yes. But
Maybe
I would
you're
love
saying
to
it
see
doesn't
that.
fit thematically as far as time frame goes, so we'll see if Disney
Yes, it
actually
does.
does it or not.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter anymore. I think from what I heard, they're crushing everything. They put
Yeah.
everything together.
Too much. I don't blame them. I mean, it's like the perfect
Look,
opportunity.
we're drifting back into the news or speculation.
True.
Yeah.
I think maybe we'll have more to say about it in the next week or two. How about that?
Yep.
Indeed.
Yes. One thing that I like to ask everybody, I don't want to forget that. I would like to audience that we're looking for a hashtag, for After Hours. So it could be After Hours Team, could be After Maniacs, could be After Our Earths. I don't know, because
This is
That's
why
hard
we
to
need
say,
your
not
help.
that one.
Clearly,
Not that
this
one.
yeah, that's why we need your help. Which is
say
the
this, please.
hashtag for After Hours? Please
Please
start
do
to
not let Carlos come up with this on his own.
no After Maniacs. No, okay. So
But he calls them rash tags.
so
Hashtags is something
so
else.
please write it down in the comments. The
Wait till next
hashtags you would like to see for us. Okay. And you know one thing, there's something. Let me see what's coming up. Okay. And now I know. Now I'm back on track here. We're going to a news, not to another segment. It's not a new one, but this one is. I have to tell everybody, disclose that was recorded. Actually, it was recorded something like 2 or 3 weeks ago, and it's one of our favorite segments. Is the
I mean,
Mondial.
let's not get carried away with a favorite part.
No, but it's I like it a lot.
It's okay. Okay.
Don't encourage him.
But we like to ask you one thing, because it's the Mondialo challenge, and then there are going to be 3 questions, and you can also answer that. Give your answers of the questions of the challenge that we give it to our friend Lou, and that is going to be part of the entries for the next Wheel of Disney too. So that's why we need to. I'm seeing the hashtag showing up here. And then Eric is saying hashtag frogs. So now is the recording time.
Now is the recording time. I don't know.
This is one of my favorite segments. Dare I say the favorite? And guess we're gonna have our friend back here, which is. Do you guys remember the name of our guest? It is Lou Mondialo. Back to the Mondialo challenge.
So good to see you again. Thank you for. I just realized that the logo says guesses on it. Like, I appreciate
Exactly. You're welcome.
Thank you for that. Does doesn't say correct answers. It just says answers.
No,
like you'll get an answer. It might not
I'll
say
get you
what
another version of the logo that says correct answers on it.
After you get enough correct answers, you get a new logo.
Exactly. We can modify at some point.
And-
I think he's just intimidated by the build-up music that we just had on that intro.
It is some incredibly like, yeah, that's some strong music, that's for sure.
It's dramatic. Well, the whole idea is that we're coming up with some questions, and we loved Lou. Lou is our buddy, but the idea is that we somehow we want to try to come up with something that, for some reason, he would not know. I have to tell you that for this third edition, I think we went a little bit soft.
We did.
Yes.
We did. We were throwing him a bone on some of these, but we probably shouldn't say that until after he gets them right.
Yeah, thanks.
I didn't feel like I was taking it easy, but now I mean, there's always the chance with Lou because
He knows everything.
pretty much
In the Disney
time,
space, at least. I won't give him everything, but
Yeah, last time it was not so many softballs. Like, what was Walt thinking when? Yeah, so hopefully I fare better this time.
you did pretty well last time.
Yeah, they did well. You know what's funny? The last time, the funny was our reaction. There was a particular part of the second Magellan Challenge that we were like trying to, not to help you, but we were like trying to say, you get into the answer, get it. When we got it,
so
we
close.
explode. Okay, who is going to start?
Yeah, let's dive right in. Let's have Jason start it off for us.
Oh, sure. Jason starts it off. Okay.
So,
Here's an easy one.
okay.
What's wrong?
No,
do you want me to stop?
No,
Jason
I just
card
no.
queued up,
I
'cause
just
I
want
don't
to.
know.
I wanted to remember which is Jason's one, but I got it. Yes.
It's the good one.
Yes.
Come on. Okay. Here we go. Scenes from what Disney film were shot on Discovery Island in Walt Disney World?
Scenes from what Disney film were shot? Whenever somebody repeats the question, it means they don't know the answer. Scenes from
Buying
what
time.
I'm totally buying time. Somebody get on the Google. Scenes from what Disney film were shot on Discovery Island?
It's obscure. I'll give you that much.
Super obscure, but it is. I'll give you this hint. It is available on Disney Plus. This movie.
High School Musical, the sequel, Island Edition.
Wouldn't that be great?
I don't know how great that would be.
What movie could they have filmed there? And I'm going to kick myself when I realize, because it's got to be something. Do you mind if I try and talk it out?
No,
It's gotta
sure,
be
please.
something
It's encouraged.
late 70s, early 80s, before the island sort of sustained some of the hurricane damage and got overgrown. And I literally have no idea, and I'm going to get mad, and I'm like, oh my God, I did know that one. But I'm going to say Hot Lead and Cold Feet 3.
How about if I give you one more hint?
Go ahead.
Okay. It was filmed in the mid 70s, and it happened to come out the year that I visited for the first time, which was 1976. And it happened to star Peter Ustinov.
It's not Treasure Island. Well, no. Treasure Island.
You're like halfway there, man.
You're so close.
So close.
Blackbeard's Ghost.
Oh, so close,
The
but
return
now
of Blackbeard's Ghost. Blackbeard's ex-wife. I don't know.
We started with the hardest one, I think, too.
I know. It is Treasure of Matacumbe,
Oh,
which
good.
not a great film actually, and not
Look the
it's
art.
maybe it's kind of I think culturally insensitive, which Disney actually kind of explains at the beginning of the film. But it is really cool to see the parts of the movie that are obviously filmed there. And I gotta tell you, there's this one scene where they're in the boat next to the island, and I kid you not, you can see power lines off in the distance. just great.
Mid-70s filmmaking.
Is that Space Mountain back there?
So yeah, I mean it's an obscure one for sure. It is available on Disney Plus currently, and it's it's at least got some good music and some good scenes from Discovery Island.
I should have gotten that. I actually try. You know what? It's funny because I turned that on Disney Plus a couple of months ago.
On purpose?
Right in it. I'm sorry. I was trying to get my son. I was like, let's just pull up some old movies and watch it on Disney Plus. And I pulled it up, and I'm watching for the first 10 minutes, and I was like, yeah. So Nick,
where'd he go?
he literally snuck away. I think he did an army crawl and just
tuck and roll.
I never watched that movie. So
I haven't either. Never seen it. But it's on Disney Plus, so
yes,
go check it out. Yeah.
Okay, me or you, Collin? Why don't we?
Sure, I think mine's much easier. So we'll throw him a softball here to boost his confidence.
A lot of pressure on when you say that, man. Go ahead.
So let's go to
That's why I say it.
to Collin's question.
Sure. Operating for more than 28 years, the last day of operation of the Magic Kingdom Skyway was of what year? Precisely 5 years after the one at Disneyland closed.
1995.
Let's see. I don't remember the answer. So
No,
It's really fast.
No, the answer that you gave me, Collin, was different.
Okay.
1985.
No,
2005.
1980.
it was between 1995 and 2005. And
Unless the internet is wrong and Lou knows something we don't know.
And if you ask me,
1999. It's 1999.
and I'm almost breaking 2000 party over.
You got it right. You got it on the yeah, 1999. Which means, because it was 5 years earlier, he basically said the one for Disneyland.
And we could, for some way, we could bring Prince to the Skyway in Disney World. It's always great. I have fond memories of the Skyway. I had good memories of that. I love that. The line, the time for you to get to the ride itself was too long, but I always loved that. So let's go.
I'm so mad at myself because I should have known that one. That was a mental hiccup on mine.
Well, you recovered. You got it eventually, so we're good. We'll count that as a win.
Nah, not really.
1 for 2.
And Lou, my question, actually, somehow this week we both discuss about it, and because you helped me in something for my live show, and I brought that in for the Mongello challenge, but not in a quite same way. Let me bring my question. It's a little bit long. When Disney World opened in October 1971, 2 Osceola-class side-wheelers used to cross Seven Seas Lagoon. Both used steam power. Due to the fact that they were slow and required constant maintenance, in July 1972 they were substituted by 2 of the current ferry boats. Which were the names of the 2 original side-wheelers?
I wish everyone could have
elaborate
seen Lou's
question.
face.
I'm kicking myself because I literally just sent this to you in Messenger.
Yes.
And one of them is the Southern Seas.
Yep.
And the other one, I'm having a senior moment. It's the Southern Seas and...
You're not old enough to have a senior moment.
Oh, gosh. Let me just tear up my trivia books. 1 second. Clearly, I should not have. It's the Southern Seas and the Ports of Call.
Yes, you got it right.
Recovery. Look at that. It just took him a minute.
Ports of Call and Southern Seas. And thank you, Lou, because you helped me on that. And there was a little bit of between Jason and Collin. I was trying to get the name. Of the cruise, that because those ships were not they were retired from the usual cruising of Seven Seas Lagoon, but they start to be used in something else called the Sunset and Midnight cruises, and I wish I could do one of them, particularly the Sunset, in a side-wheeler steam boat with the drinks and entertainment. It would be great.
Oh, the drinks and the entertainment.
Yep.
I have two comments. One, I believe that was the toughest question of all because I got it right.
Yeah.
and it's obscure, like, because they were not around for a long period of time. If you like those boats, the one that I wish I could have gone on, and we could have like rented it out one night, was the Eastern Winds. It was this old Chinese junk that would leave from the Polynesian and had a bar and food and stuff on board, and would sail around the Seven Seas, like Bay Lake and the Seven Seas Lagoon, and then eventually it was retired. It was sold to Joe Namath, and now is supposedly in Miami somewhere.
Oh, really?
Well, Carlos needs to buy it and
steal
sail it up the intercoastal waterway and then bring it by, and we will have
I
that.
need to do the
ease it
research
into
and
Bay
try
Lake
to
and
find
drop
where it's here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 'cause this needs to happen.
Yep.
This party. You
Go
can
on a
bring
scout.
Joe with you too if you want. It's fine.
Just ease it into the Seven Seas Lagoon or Bay Lake. Nobody will notice. It's okay.
Say, look, my good friend Lou Mangello of WDW Radio needs you to bring this boat for a party because we're going to celebrate his brand new book, The Disney Interviews, available on Amazon.com, along with audio tours, and he does this fantastic podcast, and
Don't miss Toontown.
It's amazing. Don't miss Toontown. I know. Oh.
Colin, I'm going to send you like 20 Toontown CDs.
I know, right?
I think that's the only one I actually haven't listened to is the Toontown one.
Really?
And
It's worth a listen still. Like, there's a lot of history there still.
Mm-hmm.
for those
You just
who
can't
aren't
experience it
for those
on
who
the
aren't-
on the East Coast, I mean.
For those who aren't familiar, we're talking, of course, about Lou's audio recordings, which are, I don't know when it was that you did them, but they're still very much applicable in
And
a lot of the
relevant.
lands in Magic Kingdom. Yeah, and but what's particularly good about them, you don't even have to be, I think maybe by design, you can correct me if I'm wrong, Lou, but by design they're meant to, you can listen to them as you are, walking the Magic Kingdom and stop, and he would point out things to you to look up, of course, and tells you the history of the various spaces that you're in. But as I experienced them for the first time, it was actually not in like when I was physically in the Magic Kingdom, but when I was physically away, and you feel like you're there.
You're there.
You feel like you're there, and this time of year you can sit down, have the fire going, have a nice like mug of hot cocoa, have the Christmas tree lit, and then listen to the Main Street recording, and the three-dimensional sound that it's recorded in makes it you really, I kid you not, wear headphones. You feel like you're right there with Lou.
Which may or may not be what you hope for, but like, Lou, you're still here? Yes, I'm sorry.
But I will not.
I'm whispering in your ear, but I'm here.
I will not ask Lou. But between the three of us, which is your favorite one?
The three of us or
Liberty
the
Square.
questions?
No, the three of us will choose about the audio tours. Which is the favorite one?
Yeah, Liberty Square for sure. Because I didn't know a lot of that at all, and that's me. I study a lot of that kind of stuff just because I need to know it and I want to know it, and it's fascinating to me. And a lot of Liberty Square stuff, it's really hard to find. There's a lot of good information there.
I love the Main Street one too. Liberty Square was a surprise, but the Main Street is amazing.
Main Street's my favorite because I think there's so much that is missed. There's so much that I still miss, and it's just incredible. It's a gift, really. I mean, to not just be able to learn this from Lou, but to learn about all of the things that we just we have such a great time, even when we think we're taking our time down Main Street. There's so much thought and effort that went into just the smallest amount of detail, and it's this detail. It's knowing this detail that apparently doesn't allow you to answer our questions better, but it does allow you to enjoy the experience of Walt Disney World that much more. So thank you for that. And I think we should also point out, because he has this new thing going, which is this Disney interview book, the Disney Interviews, and also available on Amazon.com. And if you haven't already purchased it, why not? Because it's not expensive. It's easy. It's like 2 or 3 clicks away on your phone or on your computer, and you should head over to Amazon.com and check and just search up Lou Mongello, and it just magically appears. Yeah.
Thank you for that. Thank you for all the nice things you said. You're like, that's like so kind of you. I really appreciate it.
Don't get used to it. He's not nice.
No, yeah, no.
I'm nice to people who deserve it. How about that?
Is that why you're so mean to me all the time?
Lou, one of these days I have to show you the video about the whole thing about You Poke My Heart that is still going on between the 3 of us. But I'll tell you later.
That stupid video.
Lou, thank you very much. That was another amazing edition of the Mongello Challenge. And we look forward for the 4th one, I hope.
2 out of 3 is not bad. He's getting better.
Yeah, one of these days I have to get all 3 of them.
It'll happen. It'll happen.
If you ever want to have me back, I would appreciate it. I promise I'll study up ahead of time.
No, it's better this way.
Yeah. We look like we're doing something right when it's this way.
Well, those were seriously, like, those were great questions. I like the challenge.
Well, thanks for being here, buddy.
Thank you, buddy.
I appreciate you guys so very much. I love what you do. I hope you do it forever. So thank you.
Thanks, you, buddy.
Thanks, Lou.
That's why, wait for next week. We're doing forever.
I thought he'd never stop talking, that guy.
No.
Okay, guys. That was another.
Thank you, Lou.
Thank you, Lou. It was an amazing edition. Guys, let me see here. Let me get back to the back on track.
Back to life.
Yes, and don't forget, all you listen to us now. Don't forget to in the mentions, in the comments, you put your hashtag, the hashtag that we will start to use for After Hours. There were many good ideas, a lot better than ours here. A lot better than mine.
That didn't take much.
Yes,
but. I thought hashtag Big Little Chicken was great. So
but
I think we have to.
But that's something that we'll try to bring probably After Hours. Okay, but
or Big Little Chicken. I mean, it's fine. Whatever.
Okay, Lulu, just commenting. Jason, I think he said is my least favorite after a host.
Lead. He said lead. He said lead. I'm the lead favorite. I think that's exactly what he's trying to say. And I appreciate that, Lou. Lou, you are my lead favorite friend, too. Absolutely. Without a doubt.
Okay, buddies. Now is the time?
Now is the best time.
I'm smiling because I know what is coming.
Oh, Lord, help us.
Okay, so
give me strength.
This is our first top 3 of this year. And oh gosh, let me get it ready here. What is this right here?
I know what he's about to do. Yeah. I still think it's
funny.
So
the topic of this week is the following. The top 3 Walt Disney World meals with a view. And there's a soundtrack. Meeting you in a meal with a view. It's a meal with a view.
And for those of you who don't know, that's Carlos.
That's Duran.
I think they know.
Butchering Duran.
I still don't understand what you're saying. Is that you? Is that you?
It's a top 3 Walt Disney World meals with a view. And I say, look, again. Meeting you in a meal with a view. Oh gosh, save me.
Save you.
Okay, one thing. I did it again. Sarah is saying, "Do it again, please." I did it.
Oh no.
Show's over. We're done.
So the idea.
Stop that.
Let's go back to the show, please. Where the idea is when we talk meal with a view, is not that we're talking about specific dish and with its gastronomic or culinary attributes. Not. We're talking about the combination. It's like talking about an experience. We're having a good food with a good view or in a good place. It's not even only about the view too. So the idea is to bring a little bit of that, the idea of an experience. And I'll tell you one thing, buddies, is that for me it was kind of interesting because the 3-1 that I picked, I can even say I remember even 20 years ago. I remember the experience when it happened with who was with me, and that's what makes those places special. That's why I think we like to bring them.
Well, yeah. I mean, when they press charges and you're hauled off to jail, I mean, it is kind of a memorable experience. Or were you talking about the other experience?
No, the other experience, yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Not the one we had
Easy to
in
confuse.
California. No.
we weren't going to talk about that.
Yes.
Sorry, what happens in California
Stays in
that's
California.
Vegas.
Yeah.
That's Vegas. Place we probably shouldn't go.
So who is starting with that?
You're the maestro. You tell us.
So why don't we do Jason, Carlos, and Collin?
You see how it is.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Sorry, buddy.
So Jason.
Yes. Would you like me to go?
Yes.
Are you gonna? I thought you would put the.
Yeah, I'm putting your third one.
I thought you were gonna put there. Okay. So I was waiting for my cue. So my third choice. I mean, it's so hard to rank these two, and you'll see that they're very different in terms of the style of place. But my third on this list of favorite mews with a view is Flame Tree Barbecue. Because it's not really about the food for me there. I mean, the food's fine. The food's actually pretty good. But for me, it's about the view, but also the feel. The feel of the space there is so amazing. And I don't mean the heat and the humidity, because, there's that sometimes. I'm talking about the zen-like garden area, the fountains, the views of Colin's favorite attraction in all of Walt Disney World, Everest Expedition
I have
Everest.
been on it, though. That's worth noting.
Went blindfolded and gagged. Yes.
That was a different time.
It is just such a special space,
Yeah.
and it can get crowded. I mean, depending on the time of year, if you go at lunchtime or sort of peak, meal times. But if you go kind of early in the morning or mid-afternoon, there's like almost no one there. There's almost no one. It is this wonderful, wonderful oasis in the middle of a park that has many little oases, right? And some by name. It's a really, really special space, and you don't need a reservation. You don't need an ADR. It's counter service. You can just get a bottle of water or soda and go sit there and just zen out for a little bit.
But any specific dish or option there that you like to comment on?
No, it's barbecue.
It's barbecue, yes.
I mean, it's
all good by default.
And it's always
Right,
amazing.
there's
In terms of quick service, it's one of my favorites. I really like the Flame Tree Barbecue. I like the whole idea of sitting in that back area there.
So nice, yeah. And there's tiers to it as well, because there's the area towards, I don't know, you call it the front or the back, but the closest to the restaurant area or the kitchen area is elevated. And then there's kind of another level down, and there's the and then the kind of courtyard area where that's what's closest to the view, that shot of the view of Expedition Everest. It's a lovely spot, and with the they don't call them cavalcades, but the flotilla. I can't remember.
Flotocades.
Yeah, when they had a different name during the festa and the holidays. Anyway, whatever the kids are calling it these days, it's a really good spot to catch those as well, because you can see them coming around the bend, and then also where they finish and then where they leave. So
#AfterAllocates. But
Say that 5
there's
times
only
fast.
one thing.
Hashtag
There's
ukulele.
only one beware that I have to tell you about that place. There is a crazy bird there. A crazy bird that attack your food.
Is it like the frog?
No. No. I fought with all my strength with that bird. It's not like
He
the.
tried to steal your barbecue.
Yes.
Don't touch his barbecue.
No, don't ever trust. If it was a frog, would be different. But no, the bird, and I fought it. Yeah.
It's not. It's fine. You will not be attacked by the wildlife. You may be attacked by Carlos, but you won't be attacked by the wildlife there.
So,
Really, being attacked by Carlos is far more likely, actually.
so Collin, now it's your turn.
Especially if he's dieting.
Now it's your
So,
turn.
my first one actually takes us down to Disney Springs, and one of my favorite locations in general.
Nope.
But one of my favorite places to sit.
Nope.
We're out of order here, but we're working on it. Little spoiler there. But,
You know what happened, Collin? You get me inverted. So I thought that was your first one.
sit them with numbers next to
Okay.
them.
Okay.
Okay, just roll with it. No one's really paying attention. It's fine.
Exactly. When I start talking, nobody listens anymore.
No,
so
it was
we're good
me. I
anyway.
So go, buddy.
But no, so that little, in this picture, you'll see it actually on the patio there on the right-hand side of your screen. The outside of Homecoming is probably one of my favorite places to eat in all of Disney Springs and possibly in all of Disney World. The tables are comfortable, even though they're outside. They're actually kind of built in, for lack of a better word. And right now, in particular, it's a really, really pleasant experience out there. Typically, it's warm in Florida, so you don't have that problem. And it's just a great food, great atmosphere all around you, overlooking the springs itself, kind of the pivotal point of Disney Springs right now. So, a little sunset mixed in the mix, and you've got a great night.
And one thing, Collin, and thinking about our Homecoming, which is probably the meal, the dish we like to have with that view.
So for me, it's normally either the chicken and donuts or the chicken, like their signature dish, which is like the 3 pieces of chicken and a side, which is normally the macaroni and cheese, because it's incredible. Don't knock
You
it
get
till
mac
you
and
try
cheese
it.
there?
Yep.
Have you tried it? It's amazing.
It's amazing.
I usually
Oh,
get mac and cheese.
I don't
Oh,
want
it's
to
a
Hush
talk.
puppies.
I don't want to
Hush
talk
puppies.
about food.
Oh, the
Oh,
hush-
that just gives me more incentive to talk about it.
No, I don't want to talk about food. Oh,
Good thing you're not next.
yes. So always hard. So my third option for the meal with the view is the Nomad Lounge. And actually, when I mentioned that to the buddies, I said I'm thinking about the ribs at Nomad Lounge. That actually nowadays they're not in the menu anymore, but I hope they'll be back. And sitting in the outside area, in one of those lounges, those sofas there, that was the experience I had actually 2 years ago. Me and Pedro, me and my son, and we spent a long time there. Nice cocktails, nice small tapas side dishes, and I love it. Nomad Lounge is already one of our Hall of Famers, but that place in that area with ribs, oh my gosh, it is special. Okay,
Nice.
it's really special.
It's a good one.
Yep.
Does that run it back to Jason now?
Yes.
It does run it back to
All
me.
right. Number 2.
Slow walks it carefully back.
So you're number 2,
Jason doesn't
Silva.
run.
Number 2. Okay. My number 2, it's so funny because it was like Lisa Donato Glassner of the Castle Run and Core Memory Candles queued it up because she said, Geyser Point. Geyser Point. Oh, how I love the Geyser Point.
Yeah, you stole it right off my list.
I answered first. Look, we circulate. We don't always circulate our lists, but this time we contributed. We just
didn't
kind of
want
shared them out.
Yeah.
And and I got it in before Collin did. So
Cheated as always.
the thing about Geyser Point is it has, I think, probably the best view, one of the best views on property, and it's like this understated, underappreciated, well, I think just not underappreciated, but a lot of people don't know about it. It's at Disney's Wilderness Lodge. It's down on right at the waterfront on Bay Lake. It is so relaxing. The food is really good. The charcuterie board. You know how I like a good charcuterie board.
He's obsessed.
I've not ever seen a charcuterie board I didn't order, but
every time it's on the menu,
it's so good there. I love it.
I don't think I've ever had their charcuterie board, which is weird because I've been there with Jason.
No, well, I only get the good stuff with certain people. The bison burger is fantastic. It's real, but it's not about the food. The food is fantastic. The cast members there are great. And Lou, you can't go to Geyser Point right now because I'm right in the middle of a show.
But
save a spot for me.
The last time I went there, it actually was for there was one of the SpaceX launches, so everybody was trying to. But that was one of those launches that you have a cloud cover that nobody could see. But that place is really special. It's really good.
And in the evening when they're doing fireworks, when we get back to that time, in the evening they do pipe the music in for the. You don't have to don't need the sound of the fireworks. They pipe the music in for the fireworks at the Magic Kingdom, and that's a really nice spot to watch them from. It's if you haven't watched fireworks from somewhere along Bay Lake, you're missing out because it's a good experience to have, and you don't need to be in the park to enjoy it.
The only thing is that the bison burger, which for me is probably the best burger on property. The only thing that I have to say is
it's really good.
After having that bison burger, usually I go to the guy because usually I go to the bar. And I say, where's the shower? Okay, because this is really messy. It's really messy, but it's amazing. It's a special place. I really like that place.
It's really good.
Yeah. It is very good. Yeah.
Collin, your second one.
Yeah, so this one may surprise people because I'm normally the more picky eater of the group, which isn't saying much in this group. But in the grand scheme of things, this is one of the best atmospheres that I've experienced on Disney property in recent years that has been relatively new. And it's Toledo. At the top of Destino, some of the best views that you'll find anywhere on property, and the food is pretty great as well. It is a little more adventurous menu, but you can find things that are very normal as well, which is kind of a grand scale benefit there, because you can try something new, but you can also try something you're going to like. And on top of that, when fireworks are going off, certain times of the year, you can see both the Hollywood Studios fireworks on one side of the building, the Epcot fireworks on the other side of the building, and it's much closer than you'd think because of where Destino sits. It's kind of the crossroads of two different parks there. And the views from the top are spectacular any time of year. You can see the lights of Hollywood Studios. Tower of Terror feels like it's right outside the window to an extent, and it's a very pleasant atmosphere. Glass wraps basically around the entire outside of the restaurant, and much like Dahlia Lounge, which we've showcased right on this show, it's a very similar view, but it's spectacular, great all-around experience, and the desserts are a highlight, which we've mentioned before on other shows. So.
Carlos doesn't do desserts.
I need to go back. I'm not doing anything right now, but we need to go back there. Actually, I need to go back with you guys there because I only been there once. And it was right in the beginning of the restaurant. So I think I need to go back now.
And it did struggle the first few weeks. That was kind of a common thing with Toledo, but it got better aggressively in a hurry.
It's one of my favorite restaurants, hands down. I mean, how long has it even been open at this point with the park closing and then it hasn't reopened?
I'd say maybe 2 years at most.
No, not even. I mean, it opened in 2019. So
yeah, that's true. It opened. I guess it was fall of last year. So
barely been open.
Maybe a year. Yeah.
It's really so. And I think I've been 5 times. So good. Probably twice with Collin. I can't remember how many times.
Yeah, at least once that I know.
One thing
that I can remember.
Because there are two.
There's a lot in that building.
There are 2 Spanish restaurants in property: Toledo and Jaleo from in Disney Springs. Jaleo is good. I've been there already 3 times, and the first time I was also at the beginning, and they got it right. But Toledo, I could tell that it has another vibe, and I like it a lot.
Yeah, Toledo is very much an experience meal in an odd way, because it is a pretty long meal. They want you to kind of learn the story of the restaurant, learn the story of some of the menu items, and there's kind of a more well-rounded experience there. What do you say?
Ordering as much food as we ordered also helps make it.
That's true. That's true. I think we were there for almost 4 hours. Like
we had settled in for a long summer's night.
That helps a lot. And when I went there, guess what? I was alone. I said, but no problem.
That's sad.
Yeah.
It's sad. Yeah.
Okay, so let's go to my second one, because this one is I remember the day that I went that I wasn't alone. But it is in Narcoossee's, and I don't know why we don't mention Narcoossee's that much, but I really like that restaurant. All the times that I went there were pretty special, and the particular one that I'm thinking about is actually when I had some bay scallops there with a group of friends, something like 20 years ago. And it was a memorable night. We spent a long time there. The views are amazing. The service was great. That's one thing that repeated over other times that I've been there, because it's always the servers. I'm lucky to say that all the time were amazing, and it's a nice experience. I know that is they're open, and it is. I don't know why it usually is not in our radar. Even commenting between ourselves is really rare for us to comment about Narcoossee's. But I do have a question for you guys. What is Narcoossee's? What is Narcoossee's?
A restaurant.
It's a word that rhymes with Tahootsies.
No.
I know. Well, you put us on the spot. I don't know.
And particularly you, because it's related to the place you live. Narcoossee's.
I know there's a Florida. I know there's a Florida connection to it, but I don't know.
It's a huge lake that is right in Kissimmee and St. Cloud.
I don't live in Kissimmee. I live in Windermere.
You're close to that. So it's one of the best fishing spot in the region. So it is Narcoossee's, then a Narcoossee Lake. Yes.
Okay. Wait till Jason brings some trivia to the table next week about something from Miami.
From Miami. Try to beat me on that.
Oh, you wait.
It's a challenge, my friend. It's a challenge. Okay, so Jason, your number one.
My number one, it feels almost like a cheat.
It's always like that. It's always like that.
I mean, it's not a cheat. I mean, it is my number one. For real, and that is California Grill.
Yeah, it's amazing.
So two. I feel like I need to disclose two important things. Number one, speaking of Narcoossee's, I have not been to Narcoossee's since Michelle and I honeymooned.
Ooh.
The year that Collin was born.
Yeah, and I don't think I've ever been. I've been in the restaurant, but I don't think I've ever eaten there.
So that is a problem. Second thing, I had not been to California Grill. That's right. I had not been to California Grill since it's been California Grill until August of this year. Believe it or not, it's crazy because it's so good. So the view, as you can see from this picture, the view is amazing. That is Seven Seas Lagoon off in the distance. That's Grand Floridian. It's kind of straight ahead in the center. Polynesian to your left. And right where the sun is setting, just over in that direction is the Magic Kingdom. It is spectacular in the evening. But the view is like only eclipsed by the food. The food there is amazing. And here's the rookie mistake. Okay. The rookie mistake, the one I made in August, because we actually went back in November again because it was that good, is you get so excited about the whole thing, the menu, that because there's like the flatbread wood burning of pizza oven, and amazing this stuff. Pizza. Okay, I can pass by. I'm like, pizza, I like it, but the next thing up on the menu is sushi. and it's good sushi. It's not the cheapest sushi, but it's good sushi. And so of course you'll get like a couple rolls of sushi maybe, and then you fill up on the sushi, and then by the time comes time for your appetizers or your soup, because they had the soup. They had this tomato soup that has like has like that Gruyere cheese that's kind of dolloped in there and melted. It's so good. And then you fill up on that, and then they bring the entree out. And now you're full by the time you get to your entree.
That word's not in my vocabulary.
Which is sad because right. So they also have this which we ordered the most recent time, this cheese. It's like a cheese board that is, I think it's considered an appetizer, but it could practically be a meal in and of itself. That's how big it is. But there's really, I'm looking at the menu right now just because I was like, I literally could not tell you what my favorite thing was, because of course I had my stuff plus everyone else's. But the short rib that I had when we went recently was amazing. But the pork that I had in August that I ordered was amazing too. Everything I tasted, because I tasted everybody's at the table, everything's good. It's not the cheapest meal in Walt Disney World. It's not the easiest place to get advanced dining reservations for. It's a little easier right now. And it's especially, I'll tell you this other secret, if you're looking to go and maybe you didn't plan well in advance, if you go early in the evening, it's easier to get a reservation there. And right now that's a great time to go because that's also when the sun is setting. So it's kind of a perfect time. And then in the evening, like later on in the evening, even during high season is good because if it's after the fireworks have gone off, because that's when everybody wants to be there. That's also a good time to go. The other little secret here is that, or maybe not so much a secret, but I didn't know about it, is that if you have been to the restaurant but you weren't there when the fireworks were going off, they let you come back.
Come back, yes.
And that doesn't have to necessarily be the same night. You can come back to see the fireworks from the outdoor observing area.
Go ahead.
Well, no, I was going to say, like, it's also rumored that there's a lounge up there, apparently, that some people go to on a regular basis. But I have not tried that. I have walked past it a couple of times, but I need to go because I think that's also, if there's room at the lounge there, which is basically inside the restaurant, you can order off the menu there too. And you don't need an ADR for that.
But one thing, I do have if you do have another top three of the top 3 meals with a good neighbor, I will need to include an experience that I had in California Grill, something like 10 years ago. We were in a group, and it was a kind of what a fun group with talking a lot. And then the table next to us in those times that there were not social distancing times, there was a guy that started to talk with us, and a pretty funny guy too. He was pretty, but I looked at the guy saying, I know him. I know this guy from someplace. And the night when we're talking and everybody, and then we start to have the beer, wine, and everything together, and it was like become almost a party. And then I got to the guy and said, where do I know you from? He was the bass player. Prison? No, he was the bass player for Aerosmith. And he was next to us there. So it was a really fun night. I remember that night pretty well. Collin, your second one. Your first one. Sorry.
I think I'm on. Yeah.
Which is number 3 for me here. I have to remember that.
So my number one's probably gonna surprise some people, but it's actually Ohana, and it's because, the food's good, but it's not amazing. I know some people are like diehard Ohana fans, but you have that kind of L-shaped window around the entire outside of the building there, and the view is quite literally Magic Kingdom and the Polynesian. If you go at a certain time of night, you'll see the fireworks in the distance, and just sitting there where it's on that second story of sorts is a very unique view. You feel like you're in a different environment, in a different place that is far removed from a Disney theme park, but with that Disney theme park vibe, and it feels very Polynesian in the way that it's supposed to. But you sit there, you have such a unique meal. It's a long meal. It's a fun meal. It's all you can eat. It's not open currently, unfortunately, but then you have that fantastic dessert that comes to the table afterwards, and it's kind of, at least for my family, it's become kind of an iconic meal among friends. If you have some friends in town, everybody can get something that they like there. Everybody can eat the noodles, or there's something for everyone on that menu, and it's just an experiential type thing.
Mm-hmm.
There's unique things that they do throughout the restaurant where they'll play music, where they'll have kids do certain activities throughout the meal, and it's kind of the ideal family restaurant, and it's very difficult to get in. But as Jason said with the previous one with California Grill, if you're willing to eat earlier in the day, like 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock, it's much easier to get in then. Those are the easiest reservations that typically get canceled and moved to if somebody's 5 o'clock slot works, pops up, or a 6 o'clock, or something at 9 around the fireworks or something like that. The early ones are very easy to get some days if you look enough times, but a really neat experience, especially if you have a family traveling.
For me, Ohana is the one that is probably it's a long time that I don't go there. It's the time that I went there, actually, Maria, my daughter, was 2 years old, probably something like that.
Wow, that has been a while.
I remember it was really close to the Lilo and Stitch Lounge, something like that. I know that it was pretty
at
recent.
breakfast they have. I think it's a character meal at breakfast, or it was. I don't know if it still currently is, but the dinner, in my opinion, is this kind of standout offering.
What happened, Jason? But why you're?
I'm not trying not to say anything because I don't want to ruin your old diet experience.
No, go ahead.
I was going to talk about the rolls there.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Coconut bread. Oh, the coconut
The
bread.
coconut bread.
Luckily,
they keep bringing it if you ask for it.
They just keep bringing it. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing, and you got the Tambu Lounge right next door, and you can just it's
wonderful.
One day, waiting for it to open.
It is like one of those meals you can make a night out of and just have a good time, enjoy it with family, and then if the
bring it back.
Late, go on back.
But I need to go back to Ohana. That's another one that I need to go back.
You do.
So let's go.
Do that.
So let's go to my number one, for the number one I picked, I have to explain one thing. I love this place, but it's not a place. Remember what we mentioned in the beginning of this top three. It's the combination, it's the experience. This is not a place I will say it is my favorite one in terms of dishes and culinary aspects. It's a really good one, but it's not the best. But the combination that you have, the whole experience of the place, the ambience, everything is amazing. And I'm talking about my experience that I'm talking in is having oysters, a beer, sitting in one of the tall tables in the boathouse. Okay, and I'm talking about the tall tables that are really next to the outside area, and I have.
This is over at the bar area.
It is when the bar is making the you leave in the bar, you're getting into that outside area.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Right. So right now it's kind of both. It's like a weird mixed thing because they'll ask you if you want to eat outside or inside, and it's an option.
And
so wait, I'm just asking questions just to get context here, and then I'll let you continue to talk about the food that you can't eat right now. Is this part of like the ADR only area, or is this part of the?
I always do an ADR. So when I got there was an ADR. So I think so. And
these tables that
the bars walk up.
Yeah,
the ones with umbrellas and that they're actually like physically seating people are a section of the outside area right now.
Okay.
And what happened is that you for that experience, it was actually during it was November now. Okay, and actually another experience that I was alone, but I can't remember. It was an amazing day. It's incredible. The weather was perfect. The oysters were great. Everything was great.
Maybe if you would let somebody know you're like gonna.
No, and I told you, but
get a beer at Boathouse.
I'm not
show up.
I'm not complaining because but it wasn't a situation that I spent a long time just looking to the outside and enjoying it was a crispy weather. Perfect. And I cannot forget that. So when you think about... Sorry?
I'm pretty sure that woman was in shorts.
No, I'm not a guy that wears shorts.
I know you don't wear shorts.
Yeah, I don't wear shorts. I don't like wearing shorts.
You don't like shorts?
No, I don't like that. Those 80s shorts, no, never more.
70 shorts. No.
I'm sure there's pictures of you in 80 shorts somewhere.
Oh, there's 70 shorts.
So remember that after the show, tomorrow I'll be posting in our After Hours community, gonna post in all the options that we came up of the options of the. You want to go again?
I thought he was going to say.
No, I thought you were going to post pictures of you in the shorts. Sorry, that's what I was waiting for too. He's going to post
the options of the. Meeting you in a mew with a view. Okay, the options of the mews with a view. So we came up with 9, and you know that if you want to include any other option in that poll, please do that. And we're gonna have a poll, and we're gonna pick one of that as one of our Hall of Famers. Okay. But you know what thing I love? I love everything you guys brought because there's some good memories.
It's like it's still playing in my head.
No, you know what the problem that I have in my head, because I was trying to play that song, but also there was something.
It's that song. It's still. I think that's that song.
No, the problem was not
definitely the song.
It's not the song.
Well, no. What's that sound then?
The sound is what's that sound? Whoa, sound! The monitor went crazy from here.
You broke it.
Yeah. So, so what's that sound? Jason, please explain the artist.
Would you like me to explain what's that sound?
Yes.
What's that sound is the fun, everybody's favorite segment on After Hours, where we will play for you a sound from Walt Disney World, somewhere in Walt Disney World. Your job, it's just a little brief clip. Your job is to tell us what that sound is. And you can guess as many times as you like. Just put them in the comments. We'll see who guesses first. And the nice thing is that, I say guess because, of course, there's no way you'll know it. The nice thing is that for every... Is it just the correct answers, or is it any entry? I don't know. He's gotten so generous these days that some people get like kind of mean and nasty when they're dieting, and Carlos, he's just like he gets so like lovey-dovey and cuddly.
Even more.
Makes me look forward to next week so much. So they will count any of those comments will count towards an entry for spinning the wheel of Disney.
Yes.
So there you go.
Every comment is entitled as an entry. Let's go to the first one. In 1, 2, and 3. Ooh.
It's really quiet. Is it quiet for? I don't know if it was quiet for just us or if it was just quiet.
You want me to do it again? I will do it again with but it's like this. In 1, 2, and.
That was better. I could hear a little bit more that time. That was better. Colin has no idea. That's also the fun thing about this.
Hear it.
we don't share it with him. Yeah. Also, Mary says it was super quiet too. Is there any way to dial it up one more? Can you take it to 11?
No. But
no.
Let's go again. 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah, that was better. That was good. So I see some folks saying Hollywood Studios. Lisa says Hollywood Studios. Kimberly says Boardwalk. Peter says Carlos's band practice. Mark Jones, Tower of Terror Courtyard. Steven, hello Steven, says Boardwalk Lobby. Steven, we need to get together. Terry says Port Orleans. Oh, I miss Port Orleans. Why did you have to say Port Orleans? I miss Port Orleans. Oh.
They have some great food over there, too.
Yeah. Anthony says Hollywood Studios. Zach says Sunset Boulevard, which also would be in Hollywood Studios. Chrissy says Port Orleans lobby music. So there's some repeats here. So Heather says no. So I think you guys are going to be shocked and awed by where this is actually.
Yes. I was shocked.
Right?
Yeah, you got
right?
me.
I mean, but I had the video to back it up. I was shocked too. I was like, really? Was this the way? Was this what was playing? But yeah, it is. It's not. No, Michael. Is as much as I would love to slip another Mexican pavilion reference in, it's not. Maybe next week.
Peter is saying that definitely has a studio vibe. So can I just mention that it's not in the studio?
You just did. I don't know.
Lisa
Scratch
saying
that, he's lying.
Lisa is saying Lisa saying international getaway. Mary T. Wells asks you Grand Floridian?
Let's see. Mary says Grand Floridian, and Mary T. Wells would be correct.
Yes.
It is Grand Floridian, and in Stephen Schools, this recording came from the lunch break audio the day that you and I were together there. Right at that, this is the area music around the Grand Floridian Marina area.
And I'm thinking about that brie sandwich with jam.
Oh, that was, talk about a mess. It was delicious, but it was a delicious mess by the time I got around to eating it. It was so good.
And only thing I can think is only tomorrow, 7:30 a.m. So.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah, I cannot eat until there. So, so let's do the review.
It's kind of mean because we didn't put like in the clip. I just thought about this. Maybe I should have put the boat sound in the actual clip because that would have maybe clued people in.
Yes,
but
you're not nice enough.
But Mary,
Mary,
congratulations, Mary got it well. Yes,
very good.
So let's go to the second one in 1, 2, and 3.
So now they're loud.
What this is.
That was mean. That one.
You think it's mean?
Yeah, that one is really difficult.
I don't think it's mean. Play it again. I don't think it's mean. I
think I know where this is.
In 1, 2, and 3.
Almost positive I know where this is. And it's not Jason's stomach because it sounds like that too.
No, mine sound even worse.
When he has his head laying on my belly, it's so cute. Papa, I can hear your stomach.
That never happens.
So they're coming.
Talk about that.
So Pandora, Chris, our buddy Chris Shepard saying Pandora and Sarah saying Pandora. Peter Meehan also Pandora. Terry Stinson Darty saying Pandora at night. Valerie Saito saying Gorilla Falls. Yes, and then Pandora. Zach is asking is Everest. Stephen is saying living with the land. It makes sense. I understand it's part of the part that you go to the prairie there, isn't it? Jungle Cruise is what Chrissy Fix is commenting. Michael is Pandora. Susie Marquette is saying Pandora at night. Mark Jones saying Pandora. Kimberly say Tiki Room.
Mary says Carlos's stomach.
Yes, makes a lot of sense.
Accurate.
Yes, could be pretty accurate, but it's not. Pandora Conservation Station.
We got a winner.
I see my guess on
And
that.
then Lou is saying that sounds like Jason's bathroom.
I don't see a comment from the one here. I see a winner. We have two winners. We have two winners.
Oh really?
Chicken dinner. Oh, sorry, no big chicken. Winner. Michael Riley. And Chris Shepard.
And Chris Shepard. Let me see.
Why don't we play the reveal for everybody?
Let him just show Chris Shepard. I'm trying to show Chris Shepard comment here. but it's not showing up. And Chris Shepard. Yes. So let's go to the review. Let me change.
That was
I think it was really
spot.
So this is a specific spot, isn't it?
It's a spot, right? It's only, you can only hear this at night. And that's one of the things I love about Galaxy's Edge is the ambient sounds, especially in the evening. It's so well done. And if you sit in this one bench at night across from the market area, it sounds like, I mean, you're surrounded by these sounds, and it even can sound like there's just creatures approaching from behind. Yeah. And that's the night I called Collin over. Yeah. You gotta come and sit here.
It's like, sit right here.
What? Yeah, it freaked me out. I thought it was this Star Wars frog. Yeah.
Okay, you want to do our third one?
Let's go to the third one in 1, Ribbit. 2, and 3. One is difficult, is mean.
It's not mean at all.
But we cannot mention anything. I'm not saying anything else.
Not a thing. Nothing about a frog.
Nothing about them. No.
Not at all.
It is. Well, I cannot mention. If I mention anything.
Thank you, Mark. Mark says that's a tough one. Nice work, fellas. Let's see.
Sarah.
Valerie.
Sarah's saying
Haunted Mansion.
Mountain Mansion.
Oh. Chris just, I think that one's Jason's bathroom. What is it with Jason's bathroom?
Mary also saying Haunted Mansion.
Main Street Cinema. Oh. Lisa says France Pavilion. Valerie says Remy. Mark Jones says the new Remy music.
Main Street Cinema. I only got one guess.
Zach said Main Street Cinema. Chrissy Vick says Haunted Mansion.
It is not showing. More time. I'll play it one more time.
Okay. We got some winners here. I don't know how much longer I can hold off. I mean,
yeah, there's someone. Someone got it.
A few people got it.
Yes.
Let's see. We've got Valerie. I feel like romper room here. Valerie and Lisa
and Mark
and Caleb. I mean, it's not technically Remy's Ratatouille Adventure, although I wish it was. But why don't you? We have a special reveal for this one, actually.
Yes. Let's go to the review.
That is definitely Colette's theme.
You know one thing?
It's one of my favorite pieces of music, like period. Not just even Disney or like I love Ratatouille, right? In terms of the movie, and I love, of course, Disney music.
Such an underrated movie too.
But Colette's the Colette showing, I forget the specific name of the songs. Like he's like showing him a thing or two because I don't know, whatever. Showing him around the kitchen, showing him the ropes. I think it's showing the ropes. Showing him the ropes. I think it's showing him the ropes. Anyway, the Colette theme, one of the best songs. I love it.
But when the guy is on diet, because despite the fact that everybody is anxious about the attraction being ready, what I really want to know about is about the crepe place, the creperie.
The crepe. Crepe.
Creperie.
Not the crap place.
No, that's
That's a very different place.
The
That's
the
that other
crepe,
part.
It might have one of those over there,
creperie is a
other
crepe.
part.
Crepe is in French.
The creperie.
And
Yeah.
that's my Brazilian part coming up.
Okay.
But it's the creperie.
Okay. Yeah, that's better.
But what about? Do you think they're gonna open
creperie.
that in the same time, or it's going to be?
Yeah, I think it's going to open. I hope.
I hope.
Oh my
I'm
gosh!
counting on it.
Yeah.
At least give us a walk-up window.
Okay, guys.
Colin's like, please, can I have some more?
So, buddies, we're
Good
getting
job,
close. Yes,
everybody.
it was a nice that sound. And it's always that if a favorite one. We need to do a poll about the segments, and I think what's that sound is going to be the favorite one. And look how Jason is proud about it.
I'm trying to be modest, but
Buddies,
I want to say something that I can't say right now.
buddies, now is the time.
that was the best time.
Yes. So now is the time of the Wheel of Disney. So we one thing that I did again for this episode, being the first one of 2021, I took all the comments that we had for the previous when we started doing the Wheel of Disney. So we more than almost to 5,000 comments, and then I got the 8 names for we pick up the 8 names for today's Wheel of Disney. So let's go to the names. The first one is Wendy Seeger.
All right.
Second one,
I'm going to say that each time.
Michael Thomas. The third one, Mary T. Wells. The fourth one, Heather Dammit. The fifth one, Zach Brown. The sixth one.
That
guy. Sarah Goff. The seventh. Kip Bobson. And the last one, the eighth name in the Wheel of Disney is Emily Souter. Let's see. I know that we do have some of them here. I'm just getting ready to see if we can spin the wheel.
You can't.
No.
I can't see you.
Yeah,
I
don't
can't
worry.
see you.
Don't
I mean, I
worry.
like Emily.
Yeah, don't
A
worry.
lot.
Don't worry. I'm trying.
Oh, there you are. I was getting scared.
I'm trying to fix it like this.
Papa, can you hear me? I was all nervous. Papa, can you see me?
Okay.
What?
I'm ready to. So it's ready to spin. The wheel of names is being spin right now. Let's go.
It was
that was
so
close.
close.
It was inching.
It was like I was waiting for it. Yeah.
So
All
it's
right, Wendy.
So
Congrats,
Wendy,
and she is here.
she's here.
She did mention a second ago that I believe it was her that said she was having trouble with some signal at the moment, but she is here.
Okay. So,
we'll see.
Wendy, be prepared, because you know that whenever you're here watching us, you have Wendy said, "Wow, got my signal back just in time." Yes.
There we go.
So it's good to have you here, and you know whenever you can do that, you're here with us. You can also get the second chance of the wheel of prizes. So let me get to the. It's funny because the app is not working fine today. I cannot, for some reasons, I cannot go back to the. Now I'm spinning the wheel of prizes. One thing that I did, I went back to Epcot just to buy a cat sushi, to have a cat sushi back to the wheel of
That's the only reason you went.
Just doing that.
Just for that.
Had to pull his leg to get over there.
So let's go to the wheel of prizes.
Ooh.
Oh, she might get it.
Yes.
There you go. There
So-
you go.
I feel like we need confetti or something like.
Ta-da.
Wendy, do you want to spin the wheel again, or do you want to be part of the Be Our Guest segment?
Well, she hasn't. She's probably just now seen that she won that.
Yes,
segment.
yes. Let's
We've
see.
had other people turn it down before, so you don't feel
you have to.
required to. You have to.
And
We'll only be
Mary
sad
saying,
for a
"Oh,
while.
that's a good prize." Oh my God, yes, Kelly is saying. Mike O'Reilly is saying, "Do it." So we do have an option to have you in the wheel of prizes. Kelly is saying, "Do it." Let's see what.
Oh, peer pressure.
Yes. and Chris is saying, do it. So Mark is asking, so let's hear from for Wendy. Keep that prize, Doreen is saying.
She's not answering. She's really torn.
I think that Wendy had
She lost signal again.
had an issue with the signal. Patricia's saying, wow, there's a good chance for you to be in the so we need to let's give a
May not have a choice. We may just force you in.
yes.
If you want to do it, don't say anything.
If you don't come, I know, right? Yeah.
Wendy is saying all that the pressure, but I think I
Uh-oh.
want to spin it again.
Oh, it's
Okay.
okay.
Okay, so
It's
let's no,
okay.
don't worry.
said
Let's
for a
spin it
little.
again. Let's spin it again. So let me go back to the
If you get it twice, you have to.
yes. So let's spin it again. But if you got to the beer grass again, there's no way back.
There's no waiver the second time.
Oh, door hanger. Door hanger has been around for a long
Yes, it's
time.
the Disney door hanger.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a really cool one. I really like that one.
I don't even remember what it looks like, honestly.
No, I was with you.
We
I was
picked it
with
up.
you when you
were
bought
with
it.
me because we
Yeah.
got it from
It-
the Grand Floridian, I believe.
No, I
wasn't it
think
from Grand Floridian?
no, I think
Yeah,
it
I
was
think-
Fort Wilderness.
Oh no, that's a different one. That was Joe Logan got that. I think that one. Or no, it was a magnet he got.
Oh
anyway,
yes, you're
no,
right.
this
You're
one's
right.
from
It was for Grand Floridian
on
for that
October
store
1st
upstairs. Yes.
That store has cool stuff.
So Wendy, what we want you to do is to just send a DM.
Message me.
Message
me,
to
direct message me and
to our buddy Jason. Okay.
he got my name eventually. Yes.
He forgets it every once in a
Yeah,
while.
no. It's, you know,
Happens.
it is.
So, buddies,
It's blood sugar level.
my, I'm totally
Somebody get that man a sandwich.
yes.
That.
So let me get here to the Colin. You want to
derailed.
address the
Brain
audience?
is going offline.
You address the audience by the final minutes. Thank you.
Yeah, so as usual, check out the site. It's guide4ww.com. There is some new content on there. I'm trying to push out a little bit more than I have been in the last few months, as travel tends to be picking back up just a little bit, and people are getting back out again, enjoying the parks again, new ways and different ways. So if you want to check out some recommendations there, head on over to the site. Also, the shop is still up and will continue to be up at guide4wdw.com/shop, where you can pick up prints from around the parks, decorations for your home, and they're very unique. They're on a different paper than what you'll see on most typical prints. So that's an option for you there if you want to go check that out. Also, watch what's going to be happening in the next week or so. We've got some surprises planned. So, and I've actually got another thing that I'm working on, but I'm not 100% ready to share that yet. These guys know about it, but that's about it.
We do?
Yes.
Oh.
No, I know. I think Collin only told me meat. That's why.
Mm-hmm. He's like that sometimes.
Yeah.
He is. Yeah.
Jason.
Hello.
Nicer. Maybe you get to hear about that.
I get that. I get that a lot. Tomorrow, I invite you to come along with me on a journey. Not, I don't know what that's about. Like that's like
that's the old one. Now
this ain't Christmas anymore, buddy.
Yeah, but
I mean,
but
they are
picture that
like
without the
Orthodox
Santa and the
Christmas
12 days
there.
of Christmas. Yeah.
So anyway, how about you just go back to the regular card? We're gonna be in Epcot tomorrow for the lunch break, 12 p.m. Eastern. We are going to be, of course, just us, just you and me. We're going to be kicking off Festival of the Arts at Epcot Center for tomorrow, 12 p.m. Eastern, here at themagiclive.com. And I would love to see you there with all of our other friends, plus maybe Collin Kendall. He shows up sometimes.
Okay.
Every once in a while. Yeah.
Depends on how nice Jason is.
Yeah.
It's not high on the list right now.
I know. I was getting ready to say, after tonight, maybe you won't be there.
So, buddies, you can watch me live also every Tuesday night, 7 p.m. actually. 9 p.m. is in Brazilian time. But it's in Portuguese. But even that, I'm always proud and gracious. You are gracious to show up in the live show. I really appreciate that. You also can follow me in Instagram and Facebook for Ponto Miami and Ponto Orlando. Remember that Miami is a really nice destination. It's so close to Orlando, and I'll be here to say hi. And so, buddies, that was an amazing show. It's always great to be back to the after hours vibe and frantic preparations and plannings. The only thing I would say is that next week would be different, would be special, but would be different. Probably not so high tech production, but we're gonna try to be as close to
way.
Yeah, to as close to as possible to that. And we're because we're gonna be in the middle of the world domination planning. So, talking about that, just want to mention one thing. Is the beginning of the year. So, the good thing about the after hours is that our vibe is always fun. We're talking about our happy place or our happy places, and we like to be as fun, as light, and as happy as possible. So, but that in the middle of everything is going on with us, I just want to wish for this year that's coming ahead. One thing is to remember that that's one thing that is really, and I saw this writing down in a sign in the streets here in South Florida, and I'd say I love it, is that there's one thing that is really infectious, that is a big infection that you can get. It is kindness. So kindness is so infectious, so.
I was like,
yeah.
I'm worried he's gonna be doing this like.
No. So let's be kind, and the idea for 2021 is be kind and be with us. So that's the whole thing. What happened? You want them to be with us?
No, that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
And you don't like to be kind?
Well, no, I'd love to be kind.
Yeah, but you're always kind. You're
No, it's not.
now. You know what thing? The Jason has one of the biggest hearts I ever.
When he chooses to show it.
But he shows in a different way. But he shows. Such a special, different way. But he shows. Oh gosh. So be prepared for next week. On behalf of my big, great buddies, Collin and Jason, thank you so much for being
Maybe
here.
little buddies instead of big great buddies.
There's something wrong when I say that.
Love you guys.
On behalf of my good buddies, Collin and Jason, thank you very much for being here. We wish you a magical, always magical week ahead. See you next week, and good night.
Good night,
Have a
guys.
good one. Make the most of it.
Ready to begin. Let the wonder take hold. Feel it draw you in. Watch the moment unfold. Spark a dream on the we're meant to follow. Setting off for a new tomorrow. Every step we take brings a new hope, a new day. Every choice we make helps us find our own way. Every wish that we pull into motion, diving in with our hearts wide open. The story comes alive when we look inside a new adventure there in your eyes. It's just beginning. Feel your heart beat faster. Reach out and find your happily ever after. Find your happily ever after. Now we're on our way. Leave the fears behind us. Not so far away from the dreams that live inside us. Moving down this road we've chosen. There's a limit to where we're going. Story comes alive when we look inside. New adventure there in your eyes. It's just beginning. Feel your heart beat faster. Reach out and find your happily ever after. Find your happily ever after. The battles, the stories, the losses, and all the glories. We're chained by the way we live every day. Just look up and reach to the sky. We can all have the courage to fly. The story comes alive when we look inside.